Today we're going to talk about the 7 stars. As we mentioned at the beginning of this series, each new medicine actually represents our own attitude and values toward things. Correspondingly, the position at work reflects that we hold such attitudes and values in that particular role. Generally speaking, we usually only pay attention to things like, for example, that Tanlang is a peach blossom star or Zi Wei is an earth star. But actually, what each star is described as in the books, like saying it's an earth star or it's a peach blossom star, actually each of them has its own underlying meaning. Take the Zi Wei star, for example. When we tell you that it represents the concept of the earth star, it's because the emperor needs to be revered and honored. So it actually represents that part within you that needs to be respected and honored. In other words, it's where your self-esteem lies. As for Tanlang, Tanlang is the peach blossom star. The original meaning of peach blossom is to emerge, to be discovered, to grow. So what it actually represents is your desires. Because it's desire that gives you motivation, and with motivation you pursue things and then things happen. So the palace where the Tanlang star is located is where your desires lie. The palace where the Zi Wei star is located is where your self-esteem lies. In most books it's actually quite hard for you to understand this point. In fact, the mind needs to learn in this way. It needs something new, and it has this kind of characteristic. So throughout this series we've been talking about this concept. What about these 3 stars, Po, Po and Lang? People who have watched my videos for a long time will know that these 3 stars actually represent humanity's most primitive desires and emotions. It all starts with greed. That's the root of desire. Once you have desire, when you want to pursue that desire, you need to have a dream, and you need to have something different from others. The usual way most people do things is just one method, but creativity, that's Po Jun. So you break the old rules. Where the Po Jun star is in your chart is where your dreams are. It's the place where you're willing to break the rules. So what is Qisha? Qisha is the force that supports your desires and dreams from behind. So Qisha represents the most determined part of your personality. That's why Qisha, Po Jun and Tanlang are grouped together in the so-called 3 harmonies within the chart. In this instant, Qisha, Po Jun and Tanlang, starting from the power of persistence, then having enough dreams and creativity, and finally you end up fulfilling your desires. Here, we can also take the opportunity to introduce this to everyone, for example. If Qisha is here, then in the 3 harmonies. All right, over here would be Po Jun, and here would be Tanlang. In Zi Wei Shu, there's a concept that says this spot happens to be the position of the Guanlu Palace if you take this as the Ming Palace. Oh, so when you set up the palaces this way, it just so happens that this is the position of the Guanlu Palace. In other words, what does the Guanlu Palace represent? It represents the value of our life, how you pursue the value of your life. For example, when you are young, your daily life revolves around studying. So the value of studying becomes the value of your entire life. So usually when we say that your Guanlu Palace falls in the 1st or 2nd major period, it generally represents your academic pursuits. After the 3rd major period, it represents your career, because at that point in time, where is the focus of your daily life? That's where the value of your life lies. You have to persist in it to create the value of your life. What is the Kaibo Palace? Here, this is the Kaibo Palace. If your Ming Palace is over there, then this side happens to be the Kaibo Palace. The Kaibo Palace, as we say, is the source of life. If a person has no money, you simply can't survive. So this is the source of your life. Only when you have this source can you support your own attitude toward life and then pursue the value of your life. If you pursue the right life values and find a good job, only then can you have a better life. These form a triangle, like a pillar supporting your entire life. That's why people say that the Ming, Kai, and Guan palaces are very important concepts when looking at a person. The Kaibo Palace represents this. The overall picture of life. In other words, you have desires. Desire is what generates motivation, and that motivation becomes your driving force. It allows you to work very hard and persistently pursue your goals. Only then can you have dreams, and that's how you end up doing things that are different from others. This is the main structural concept behind the 3 stars of Sha Po Lang. Generally, people don't discuss it this way, nor do they think about why these stars are connected together. Now let's go back and talk about it. So what does the star Qisha represent? What does it mean? It represents our perseverance and determination in life. Wherever it is positioned in your chart, that's the area where you are persistent and unwilling to give up. But when the life palace governs the 12 palaces, it usually means that this person will work very hard for what they believe in and will not give up. The life palace governs the 12 palaces. If Qisha is in the career palace, it means that this person will persist and work hard in the job they identify with. So most books will tell you that such a person is suitable for careers like the military or police or joining the armed forces. Professional skills, if the opposite side is Zi Wei and Tianfu, it means the person is suitable for entrepreneurship. In fact, all these jobs require you to have strong convictions. Only then can you endure hardship and persevere. Here, I'd also like to take this opportunity, during this period of the pandemic, to say a few words. To all the military, police, and medical personnel who have been protecting our country, they are exactly the kind of people with steadfast convictions, able to stand guard over us in such difficult circumstances. This is why people say these things about the Qixia star in astrology. Similarly, in the Wealth Palace, it also indicates that you have firm beliefs about how you earn and manage your money. As for the Spouse Palace, of course, it refers to matters of relationships, which is also why people say that in the Spouse Palace, there can be those who are deceitful. So what does that mean? Well, if there are 4 horses positions or certain inauspicious stars, it could mean someone might abandon their spouse and children, go abroad or travel far away. Actually, it's because if they truly encounter their true love, they will firmly believe that this is the man they really want. This is the woman I want, and I can disregard everything else. That kind of unwavering belief, sometimes it's really helpless because maybe when you're young and inexperienced, you choose the wrong person, and only later do you realize who was right for you. Okay, so what if he is in the Fortune Palace, the mayor is in the Fortune Palace? Many people say that he is very suited for spiritual cultivation or that he is well suited to pursue a religious path. Why is that? Because you hold firmly to your beliefs about your soul, so naturally you want to explore the state of your soul. You want to explore it, its past, its future lives, and so on. These answers can only be found through religion, spirituality, or philosophy. If you study it for a long time, then of course you might end up taking a religious path. That's the reason here. If it's the Jade Palace or the Sibling Palace, it means that you are very loyal to your friends. You see, with your friends, there's no blood relation. It's purely because I identify with you, so we have a bond. And you will hold on to this bond, so this kind of person is very loyal. Of course, if he doesn't like you, he'll quickly stop associating with you. The Tianzai Palace represents 2 things. One is family relationships, and the other is wealth storage. Of course, in the natal chart, this is something to pay attention to. It can indicate that you are very devoted to your family and hold firm beliefs. And usually, such people take care of their family members. If we look at it from the perspective of wealth storage, then we need to see the situation of the Wealth Palace. Otherwise, it could turn out differently. If you're not careful and there are malefic stars in your wealth storage, then when it comes time to lose money, you won't hesitate at all. As for the Children Palace refers, of course, to children and sexual life. And of course, there's also the wealth storage here. In this case, the wealth storage is explained the same way as before. If it's about sexual life, it represents persistence and strength, which is actually quite good. So what about your attitude toward children, right? When it comes to your attitude toward children, sometimes if the child is disobedient, you're more likely to have conflicts with them because you tend to stick to your own ideas. In this whole series, everyone often asks me, "Teacher, you haven't talked about the GE Palace." If you want to hear about physical health, actually, physical health doesn't really show up in the natal chart's GE Palace. What it discusses is innate conditions, except for certain combinations that indicate congenital disabilities or diseases. Most of the time, illnesses will show up in the fortune cycle chart. Okay, so in this series, we're specifically talking about the natal chart because the focus is on the positions of the stars in each palace. This kind of value and concept will appear in the natal chart. It represents the personality traits you are born with. So the Jia Palace represents your attitude toward your body. For example, people with the star Qixia in the Jia Palace are usually quite disciplined about their bodies. Take me, for instance. I'm not very good at disciplining my own body. If you've watched my videos, you'll know that as I've made more and more videos, I've gotten fatter and fatter. I really have no way to discipline my own body. So who can actually discipline their own body? Well, those people probably won't get fat. Are there exceptions? Of course, there are exceptions. You have to see if there's a greedy tendency. If that's present and accidentally gets triggered here, then they will also get fatter and fatter. What they demand might just be that their body feels comfortable. It's not necessarily about food. Usually people with the 7 killings type of hunger are more willing to work hard in their jobs. This is also the case. Now, moving on to the Parents' Palace. The Parents' Palace, of course, indicates that your father is someone like the 7 killing star. What's more unique is that when the 7 killing star appears alone, it always faces the Tianfu star. So deep down, he has the kind of mentality associated with the Tianfu star, wanting to be in control of everything, needing to have his own territory. At this point, you need to look at the opposite of the 7 killing star. If it's Tianfu, then he will have a strong sense of focus and combination. In other words, you need to see where exactly his point of persistence lies. For example, what does Zi Wei, which might be opposite, want? Zi Wei wants honor and prestige, right? So if the 7 killing star is in the career palace, then the opposite would be Zi Wei and Tianfu. What does she insist on in her work? She wants to have enough status and to be able to make money. Similarly, what about Lianpo? If the 7-killing star is in the career palace, what he insists on at work is that he must have good opportunities to showcase his abilities, and the job should be creative, making him feel that there are great interpersonal relationships. And if it's Wuku, the staff member needs to be able to make money. If the job looks like there's no chance for a raise or to earn money, then he might feel, I can't keep insisting on this. So even with the same kind of persistence in this position, you still have to look at what the job actually is for him. Next, the new star could also be a double star, right? It could be Wuxia or Lingxia. And also the fine Zixia tea. All right, all these here, we've added water and we've also added Zi Wei star, right? Zi Wei transforms Sha to protect rights. When it's a double star, it means Zi Wei is the main one. So you can look at the section about Zi Wei, but when it comes to the things Zi Wei demands, and with that, he has even stronger willpower to pursue this kind of attitude. As for the previous Wuxia and Niansha, we'll talk about them when we discuss Wu Q and Lianzhen later.